This IKEA garden furniture is going to have an uplift today. I'm starting with Paprika Red by Annie Sloan. I love this color. It is intense, deep terracotta red, and it goes well with the colors of the garden. The greens of the garden will provide a calming backdrop, allowing the terracotta to stand out, creating a palette that feels inviting and full of natural charm. I have painted the table and 2 chairs with 2 coats of Paprika Red. It takes some time as there are a lot of nooks and crannies which require more time and attention. And here, the base coat is completely dry. My next color is an old white. I am spreading it thinly, diluting with water as I go. When it is completely dry, I have sanded off some of the white paint to expose the Paprika Red. Here are the ordinary napkins I am going to use to enhance the surfaces. Keep watching to see how I am going to do it. First, I am cutting the design out. The important step is to divide the layers of the napkins. Normally, they have 3 layers. We have to leave just one with the design. I am also tearing off the edges to give the design more natural look. It doesn't have to be a precise cutting, as the edges will disappear on the background of the paint. If one napkin is not enough, you can add more pieces, cutting or tearing off some of it to create a design. The next step is to spread the napkin on the planks. It is not a complicated step, but it takes a lot of patience. If you are not up to it, better choose a piece of furniture with a solid top. In that case, you just glue the whole piece at once. Here, I have to cut a piece for each plank. Watch how I have done it. I am cutting off a piece for each plank, spreading a generous amount of the Mod Podge on the surface of the table, and then gently gluing the piece of the napkin. I say gently, and I mean it. The napkin is very thin, and if you are not careful, it will tear apart or get wrinkles. To rub it in, you can use a kitchen paper or a soft kitchen rug, but do not move it over the napkin. Just tap on the napkin to make sure it glued properly. Then I am cutting a piece of napkin for each plank and glue it. A tip here: before you start your project, make sure you have extra napkins. If you spoil a piece, just carefully remove it with warm water and a soft rag and do it again. I am always glad to hear from you, and by liking my videos and commenting, you are letting me know that my time spent on creating and posting the videos is not wasted. So, thank you. When all the pieces are in place, I'm spreading a generous amount of a Mod Podge over the napkins. I let them slightly dry before doing it, making sure they are glued properly. Do not worry about the white color of the Mod Podge. It will be transparent once it is dry. Here it is dry and ready for the next step. I am sanding the whole surface with a very soft sanding pad to make sure the surface is smooth. As the background is matching the colors of the napkins, it is okay that design is not perfect. My last step is a dark wax by Annie Sloan. If you want a piece to be lighter, you can cover it with clear wax first. I want it to be darker and going straight to the dark brown wax. But before my last step, I have covered the pieces with a few coats of varnish. The furniture is going to be outside and need to be well protected. The wax should always be the last step, as it is oil-based and gives the colors a muted look. The varnish normally makes it shiny. You see here the part which is still finished with the varnish and the other finished with the wax. I am covering it with quite a bit of wax, rubbing it in and rubbing it in. Now the napkins are dry solid, and I can rub them as much as I want. Here is also one chair which is finished with the wax, and the other is still waiting for its turn. And here it is all done. The furniture was in the garden for the whole summer, under sun and under rain. And it looks great. Do you think it is worth to spend so much time to change the look of a boring piece of furniture? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for stopping by, and I see you again in my next fun project.